Hey, what's guys? TheCampingRusher here. 8 days left of Fortnite OG. I'm not reminding you to put you in a bad mood. I'm reminding you to make sure you're playing. You're getting your sessions in. I got a big sesh lined up tonight. I can't wait. Of course, with Season X, the update just dropped. We talked about it yesterday. Today, Sony/PlayStation has given us a massive live event leak, and then also a little bit of talk of Battle Pass. One of possibly the two Battle Passes as we discussed yesterday. Let's start with that. So what I'm talking about here is Lego. In yesterday's video, we know that we're getting an item shop, the normal item shop for Battle Royale. We're getting a separate item shop for the Lego open world mode, Adventure with Lego. And then we're getting a separate item shop as well for the music mode. So my thought was maybe we get a separate Battle Pass. I don't think for the music mode there's not enough cosmetics. Maybe we'll be surprised. But the Lego mode, there's over 130 shop tabs ready to go. We've got some leaks today of some of the different minifigure hair, actually, is what we're talking about. A weirdly specific thing that's coming. It just makes sense that they could possibly do a second Battle Pass, maybe for cheaper or something like that for Lego. Regardless, that's not confirmed. We're just talking about it. But Lego minifigure hair. This is from G Matrix. Again, a weird leak, but this is some of the hairstyles we're going to see on the Lego minifigures. In the Lego mode, you will not play as a normal skin, normal character. You will play as a Lego minifigure. That's part of the mode. I'm very excited for this mode. One of the things I'm most excited for about Chapter 5 is to try out this Lego Adventure mode. And as I'm rambling, you're seeing some of the styles. Maybe some of these skins or some of these minifigures are going to be based on Fortnite skins. Let me know your thoughts. Can you guess anything based on these hairstyles? Here is a massive leak update about the upcoming music mode. This is basically as much as we're going to find out about it, and it's from Egyptian Leaker. Here it is. It's going to be a rhythm game. We know this, inspired by the Rock Band game series. You can play music battles versus other players online or versus a local friend. And you can also play alone in single player mode, relaxing, late at night, you just want to jam. You can also play with your friends in a music band. This is something we hadn't talked about yet. So just like I talked about it a bit, right? In the old days, I played the drums, my siblings did some singing, the guitar, the bass, whatever it was, and some really good memories from that. So it looks like there's going to be a version of that in Fortnite rhythm mode. You can sort songs by artist, title, or year. There are a lot of songs with different difficulties: easy, medium, hard, expert. If you played Rock Band, this is all sounding very familiar. You can add songs to a custom playlist. When you're playing, you can hit gems to get bonus score, and after you finish the song, you get stars. There is a leaderboard and a player feed. You can sort by newest score, oldest score, lowest score, highest score. Very good info. And yeah, I feel like every video, every day, we're learning a little bit more about this mode. This is the one mode I think I can really kind of see it and know what to expect, how it's going to play out the more we know. The Rocket League Racing, I'm not as sure. Lego mode, I have no idea, even though we probably know the most about Lego mode, but it is also the biggest mode, it seems, just based on volume of leaks that we've had. We're going to quickly talk about a tip you should know about. V-Buck prices. Do you want to save money on V-Bucks? Well, here's a little tip. The prices have not gone up at Walmart and Target yet. This is specifically for the recent inflation-adjusted V-Buck price increase. Mainly the United States is what we're talking about here. So currently, the old prices for V-Bucks remain. So they don't have that, 15%-ish increase. So it's now cheaper to go into the stores and buy V-Bucks cards there rather than get them online. A little bit more on the Rocket Racing mode. It will include a map vote after each race ends, kind of like CS2 Deathmatch, and you got an example there. I'm into it. There's going to be some good maps, some bad maps, and usually people can agree. At the same time, if you're going to be the guy that really likes the map that no one else likes, you're probably not going to get to play it too often. So there's good and bad. I think this is mostly a good thing, though. A reminder, available tonight, the Invincible collab. People seem very excited about this. Thanks to everyone using code TheCampingRusher. You know I'm going to squeak in a little bit of a shameless self-promotion. Quick discussion before we talk about some of the big leaks today, and that is on Ranked. Do you feel this season of Ranked is weird? If you've been playing Ranked, if you're feeling that way, you're not wrong. Turns out this season, the Ranked distribution is wildly totally different than previous seasons. So I got some images going up on your screen as I've been talking. The end of last season, kind of the layout, and then a look at the current season. Major differences are a lot more players are making it to the elite rank, to the champion rank, even to diamond a little bit, and you're having less players in that, specifically that silver ranking. And I was a little confused by this, but I was reminded from one of the replies in the patch notes for this season when it launched, they said it will be easier to rank up due to the shorter season. So we're seeing these changes because of the rushed 1 month long OG season. I expect it to go back to the distribution that we saw last season, which I think is more in line with how they want it, right? A lot of people in bronze, a lot in silver, and then it starts tapering off. The harder it gets, you see less and less players in each rank. That's how it should be. So I wouldn't be too worried if you're a ranked player. I just wanted to have that quick discussion. It's going to go back to normal in about 8 days here. Okay, let's talk about the big stuff. Your daily live event spoiler warning. I assume if you're here, you know we're talking live event. This is a massive one though, okay? Let's start with the PlayStation leak, and then honestly, the bigger one is not attached to PlayStation. We'll talk about it right after. According to PlayStation, this event is only 15 minutes long. We don't know if this is accurate. It has been in the past though. And there's actually a good reply here because I couldn't remember, but considering that the Fracture event said 45 minutes, and then it was 45 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised if this is correct. So I'm going to trust it. We're looking at about a 15-minute live event length from when it begins, okay? Now, this is one of the big ones today, and it's from Egyptian Leaker, kind of putting a lot of the things we know together and really giving us an idea of how this live event's going to go. So again, spoiler. From the recent leaks, it may seem like we're going to explore a big map. We talked about how big the live event map is compared to our normal map in a previous video, but that's not the case. It looks like we will be teleported from one section to another, which means that the event will not be about exploring areas like the Fracture event was. That is not something people want to see, including me, right? That was the part that it was just too long, right? It took away from the hype. And I was hoping, we did talk about it when we talked about how big the event map was. That didn't necessarily mean it was going to be longer. It just means that there was the option that we could teleport around, and Egyptian Leaker, trusted source, basically is saying that. Here is the possible sequence of the event according to some paths. Phase 1, I think this is almost confirmed. It looks like to be the rocket launch. This is how the event will begin, with the time machine attached. Phase 2, still very much up in the air. Phase 3, we're going to be checking out the racing game mode. Phase 4, we'll be checking out the Lego game mode. Phase 5, then it's the music game mode. Phase 6, the finale, will probably drop back into storyline. Maybe some look at the final loading screen or the lobby screen we have right now will be involved, and maybe a look at the Battle Royale map for Chapter 5. That's a possibility. Couple other things he adds here. The Eminem concert could be a part of this music game mode. If it's not, then the concert is probably for Phase 2. Eminem will perform at least 2 songs. One is Slim Shady and the other is Marshall Nevermore. And then according to some strings, we will ride the reality strands seen in the lobby background, and that explains the leak about grind rails being in the event from a while ago, okay? So that really helps us. You heard the part about Eminem. It's either Phase 2 or it's going to be a part of the music mode. That's the best guess for how Eminem is involved right now. And then, yeah, I think with that leak about the grind rails and us riding the strands, my thought is in the in-between of phases, we will ride one strand from one portal to another. Like say we're going from racing mode to Lego mode, it'll be 2 different portals in that lobby image, and then you will ride a strand and we'll enter another phase. And again, the final phase, I think, will be us riding into whatever it is, the beyond, or into a final portal, and that'll be our first glimpse at Chapter 5. Add on to any of this down below. Even though there's not as many photos or videos like there has been in previous videos, I think this is like the biggest leak we've had so far, as it really helps us picture what's going to happen. Still a lot of surprises, as we don't really have a lot of visual other than the decrypted assets I've showed in previous videos. But again, it's so a work in progress. It hasn't revealed too much. So it keeps me excited. Upon loading into the finale event, all players will be spawned in Dusty Divot. Reminder, we will be there for 30 minutes, and then the event will begin with a rocket, and somehow we will get teleported to the event map. So somehow the rocket is the beginning. We've heard that there could possibly be 6 more rockets in the live event, just like the Chapter 1 end event, potentially indicating the involvement of the 7. This hasn't been talked about for 5 or 6 days. It is from Egyptian Leaker. I just don't want to confirm this because I feel like the 7 returning would be such a fun and big deal. I still want to... The other stuff we talked about is almost confirmed, but this one feels still a little bit just hopeful, right? I will keep the hope alive, though, because there's also this leak, the 7's Choppa has been updated in some way. So it seems that we could be seeing, again, the flying machine that carries the 7 being involved in the live event so far. We are seeing Jones. We know we're seeing Jones in the live event. So them bringing back some version of the 7 isn't that far out there. And one final thing, we have discussed this. After the season event, all players will be able to play creative and creative maps instead of waiting hours for the downtime of Chapter 5 Season 1. All Epic made modes will be disabled for about that, 8-9 hours. Downtime begins for the new season, the new chapter at 11:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll be making videos, live streaming all day. So make sure you subscribe, turn your noties on. Thanks for watching. Touch that like button. Take care. Talk soon. Goodbye.